Show&tell. Hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 456. Then I'm skipping to 459 and 460. I will say that I'm so hungry, so I'm going to snack on some crackers. I really hope it's not going to bother you. Oh my god. I'll try to eat as polite as possible. I'm just so hungry. Okay, let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Let's go, Zora. Let's go. Then it won't be about him. I do think about Zora, but it has something to do with pants, a bit with underwear. I don't know. That's what I thought it was about Brooke. Oh. Wait, it's the same episode, right? So the pants part is about Brooke for sure. I mean, it does seem to be a maze, but it doesn't have to be for you to get lost. You found secret passages, Dora. Trust him. It has nothing to do with his sword. What the fuck? He still wanted to be a servant though. It just crushed his dreams. How? Are you going to get back to the Thriller Park? Okay. Yeah, nobody's there. Yeah, he doesn't even know that everyone else is also bad. What? Oh my god, Zora. You gotta help you. Zora's gonna get lost.
Yo, 遅かったな。なんでって、海岸こっちじゃねえのか？
お前、本当にファンタジスタかよ。信じられない。
I don't know what fantasista is.
だがこの戦場跡のよどんだ空気、とろけちまいそうだ。さっきのは浮かばれねえ悪霊どもの仕業かもしれねえな。どこ行く気だ？おい。
Someone with too much imagination. I don't know if it's the imagination that it makes him go gets him lost every time. Zora? I didn't expect that. What the hell is that? Like it was some kind of monster. That's what we saw. Oh, there are a lot of them. Oh shit. Okay. And they all have the same silhouettes. Or that's what they look like. I'm not sure. Yeah, it seems they're just black. Is that it for Zora's part? I guess. It seems pretty, peaceful. Yeah. Considering you're Satan and stuff.
皆さんもこの太陽を見ているのでしょうか。いや、
No.
顔を祀る儀式用の祭壇やお人形さん、壁に貼
Where are
ら
the
れた
people
怪しいタペストリーやポスター、
who called on
それ
you?
にゾッとするような
Or
壁飾りの
at
数
least
々、床に置かれた
called
も
on
のは
something.
呪いの道具か何かでしょうか。パンツ見せてもらってよろしいですか。
パンツだ。急いでパンツをお見せしろ。あ、いやいや、私
Oh yeah, that happened before, right?
うわ、何それ。
What kind of setting do you think you summoned
やっぱ
exactly?
りごちそうになっちゃって。
Who was
俺たちの一週間
hungry?
の食料が今は我慢するんだ。
Jesus.
サタン様、私たちのお願いとは何でございましょう。おい、皆の者、食後のパンチだ。パンツはもうやめ。うわ
What was the wow for?
この国は芝居じゃ。こうなってはみんな一緒に死を選ぶしか。
ちょっと待ってください。昨夜はテナガ族がどうのこうのともおっしゃっていましたが、
Oh, they did.
お聞かせいただけますか。
働き盛りの男どもや女たちを奴らに略奪され、ご覧の通り国はボロボロ。貧困にあえいでおります。
それでは
And
あの
leave?
食事は
Like,
しかし限り
they'll live here.
だけな、どうか手長族に血の鉄槌をお与えくだされ。お願いいたします。お願いいたします。
私が。
はい。いい加減にしろよ、お前ら。私の娘を離せ。お前ら全員地獄に落としてやる。
They have some spirit. Maybe it's because of Brooke. Yeah. That went well.
なぜ戦い奪い返そうとしなかったん
They
でしょうか。
told you that you're supposed to put a curse on them.
どうかお願いします。
一宿一パンツの恩義果たさせていただきま
You
す。
count that? That's nice of you. Very generous.
たくさんのパンツに囲まれサタン様となっております。すみませんが少し待ってください。
What a story.
進みが遅いんじゃねえか。
What's happening?
決着がついてから参上なんてのはごめんだぜ。
You here? What happened?
今行くぞ。待ってろよ。エース。
Oh, okay. This is stop them from fighting. They just don't know what to do with themselves. They're like, okay, let's remind everyone that Ace is still in prison. And Luffy's after him. He's gonna get there. Yeah. Okay. So, Zoro and Perona are a lovely pair. And now there's some very fast sword wielders that Zoro has to face, and I'm assuming based on, you know, everything that we've been through so far, I'm assuming he's gonna learn from them. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's not guaranteed, but that's what I feel like. That, you know, we're gonna take this time to really hone our skills or something. Somehow. I don't know. Maybe. Or he'll just, you know, defeat them. I don't know what. It does make me wonder, like, how many, you know, episodes like this we're gonna have of just, like, getting, like, this little piece of a story, like, because it feels like, you know, the progress is very slow. Like, not a lot is happening in each episode, and then we kind of finish on a cliffhanger, and then it's like, okay, I'm not gonna see you for at least 30 more episodes or something. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know when the last episodes were about the crew. Anyway, okay. So there's that. And we have Brooke, who's, I'm assuming he's composing some kind of music that will count as a curse. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but I mean, obviously we saw him writing music. Those guys, you know, that live in that village, they have this weird combination of like modern looking things and then like these robes. Like I don't know how to like exactly place them in terms of like, well, I guess colorful underwear isn't that modern. It just looks bizarre. Like in the kind of in the context of all those black clothes and like the not just black clothes, like the cloaks and stuff. And I get that it was for the ritual, I guess, to summon Satan or whatever, but they seem to be, you know, wearing it all the time. Okay, fine. We only met them for like 2 days, so far that's all they've been wearing, and I mean, all of them. I mean, okay, fair enough. So good luck to all of our crew members, I guess. We'll see you around sometime, somewhere. No, somewhere. We know the where. The time, we don't know the time. We'll just have to persevere. Just imagine like someone, I don't know who, one of them just coming, like the first one to come there, and there's no one else. And he's just waiting there. He or she waiting there forever. Not forever. I don't know how long, but he's just like, oh my god, I need to get to Shabondi Archipelago, and then they get there and it's like, no one's here. That's so sad. Okay, so let's hope that they, you know, they don't have to wait for long for each other when they actually do make it there. I don't know how long that's going to be. Okay, let's get into the next episode, and I'm assuming that now we're going to, like, you know, continue, like, we're on our way to Marineford. Like, I mean, we're going to actually get there, I guess, and do stuff. Okay, I think. Let's get into it. Something is starting. Are you supposed to wear those shoes? Are those execution shoes? I don't know what. What are you doing to me? Let's just imagine if Lofi hadn't somehow like gotten the news that his brother was being killed, he was just not gonna even have a chance to, I don't know, like who knows when he would have found out. Like it could have been too late and he wouldn't have known, and then it would just be like over.
登れ。大海賊時代以前からの生き残りってんだから相当猛録してるんじゃねえか。何年も大きなニュースに名は上がらねえしな。何のんきなこと言ってんだよ、あんたたち。無視できない相手だからこそ私は十中八九出てくると見たね。
They think so.
それでもし現れたらどうなるんだ。
さあね、そんなことは知らないよ。
There's gonna be a war. I mean, that's what we think anyway.
どんな海賊だってマリンフォードに乗り込むなんてできるはずない。
Okay, nobody believes in whitebeard.
確か20年ほど前。
Or, well, some people
金
do.
を仕切って海賊がマリンフォードに侵入し、海軍本部を半壊させたって事件があった。
Okay.
えらく死ぬぞ。
Yeah, I mean, the Marines are definitely on their guard. The war government, everyone there.
処刑だけで済むなら、
Sort of.
それが一番だよ。
When we went to East Blue, it was like, are we going to see, you know, Luffy's village? Like, are they gonna say anything about the, like, do they know that Ace has been executed? I mean, I'm assuming he grew up in the same village.
ほんの1年前さ、俺たちはただ座ってるだけのあの男を目にした瞬間。
Oh. And
命を諦めた。
okay. Well, it's a good reputation to have, I guess.
主に海兵たちの家族が暮らす大きな町がある。
Okay, but they were evacuated, weren't they? That's what we saw, I think. Ooh, okay.
避難先のシャボンディ諸島から モニターによって人々は公開処刑の様子を見守っていた。海軍から出される監視船は出港のたびに撃沈され、白ひげの目撃情報も皆無。
Oh yeah, okay, those ships have
に
been
走
sent.
る緊張は高まるばかりで。
Yeah. Did I know? I mean, someone's sinking those ships. Yes. What?
この公開処刑は単なる一海賊の処刑ではない。今後の世界の行方にとってどれ
What are they
ほど
gonna
大き
do?
な意義を持つか。そのためには
To do what? What are you gonna do it? Shit, they're not gonna tell me what they want to do to him. It's probably horrible, bro. I assume. Even Garp is thinking it hard, whatever it is.
何が起きてもあと3時間。そこで全てが終わる。
3 hours is a long time when it's like, you know, a battle. But it hasn't started yet.
港から見える軍隊のその最前列に構えるのは
Yeah,
戦
it
局の
is.
鍵を握る5名のクセ者たち、海賊大岡七部会。
There's 7 warlords, but there are only 5.
処刑台の眼下で固く守るのは海軍本部最高戦力3人の海軍大将。
You don't know the middle one. Wait, so where Smoker and everyone stationed? Here too?
を阻止するため白ひげ海賊団を待ち構える。
Like in all the vice admirals and stuff.
俺たちは絶対に悔いのないように生きるんだ。
You have regrets now? You try not to have regrets? I don't know. It's really sad.
いつか必ず海へ出て思いのままに生きよう。誰よりも自由に。
Wait, he's going to stay there for 3 hours? I don't get it. Maybe they want to say something. Here it is. How do we get through it, though? Do we have a plan? Yeah, exactly. What are we gonna do?
そのたらい海流から抜け出ることすらできない。
何が
キャプテンマギーが世界を支配する時だ。
おおともや
海軍本部がなんだ。白ひげがなんだ。
Oh, no, it's not that long. Okay, it's gonna take him 3 hours to get there. I'm sorry for the stupid humor. I can't deal with this. But what did they want to do with him? Like, beyond just executing him? What was Sengoku talking about? How are you going to do the same way you did it to Roger? Just like impaling him? Oh my goodness.
すべて伝える。勝手にせい。わしは下におるぞ。
What? What? What are you up to? What are you up to? My stomach hurts. What?
ポートガス DS。この男が今日ここで死ぬことの大きな意味についてだ。
あんたに罪はないよ。
Who are you?
お前の父親の名を言ってみろ。俺の親父は白ひげだ。違う。違うね。白ひげだけだ。他にはいねえ。当時我々は目を皿にして必死に探したのだ。ある島にあの男の子供がいるかもしれない。調べたが見つからない。それもそのはず。
So how do you know it's
お
him?
前の出生には母親が命を懸けた。 母の意地とも言えるトリックがあったのだ。
What?
母親の名はポートガス・ディ・ルージュ。女は我々の頭にある常識をはるかに超えてこう思う一心で
What did she do?
20ヶ月もの間こう腹に宿していたのだ。お前を産むと同時に力尽き果てその場で命を落とした。父親の死から1年と3ヶ月を経て世界最大の悪の血を引いて生まれてきた子供。
The most heinous?
生まれてくる子に罪はない。ガープ、俺の子を頼んだぜ。お前の
He's Roger's son.
海賊王ゴールド・ロジャーだ。
Did he know that? I guess he did. And then Garp took him under his wing. And that's how he met Luffy.
のエースはゴールド・ロジャーの
Yeah, it really is like meaningful that they kill him now in the same way that they did Roger, I guess. But continues.
海賊王の血が
But now they're gonna finish it off, supposedly. Okay. Wow, okay.
明らかにされた
I need to digest this. So Ace is Roger's son. And Garp took him in. But it seems like Ace knew. Like, he wasn't shocked. He was just kind of very, like, I don't know, had a lot of emotion, but it didn't seem like he was like, what? I didn't know that. Yeah, I get the feeling that him and Luffy weren't related by blood because of their surnames in the first place. But I mean, I know that it's not like, you know, like a sure sign to tell you that, you know, they're not related, but it's just the first thing that you think of, I think, at least in my I don't know, experience. It's the first thing that I thought of. It's like, okay, they have different surnames. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're not siblings, but it could mean that they're not siblings, like for real, like, you know, by blood. So I had that kind of like thought. I mean, especially since, you know, Garp's name is Monkey and Dragon's name is Monkey, and then, you know, Ace was the only one who wasn't Monkey. And then he gave the explanation of like, oh, actually, I mean, I just took my mother's name or something. So I was like, okay, I guess that could make sense or something. I mean, but obviously Oda was like trying to, you know, make it seem possible, like give an explanation as to why he had a different name and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's interesting because when he said that, we were thinking of Dragon, right? Because we knew that is Luffy's dad. Luffy, for instance, didn't have a clue who his dad was. Anyway, so we were thinking about Dragon when he was saying like, yeah, I don't need that father. Like, I have Whitebeard. I don't need anyone else. But he was actually talking about Roger. And like, I mean, it has a different context because Roger's dead, you know, and Dragon is alive. So like, so you can understand, like, it's like you can more easily, I guess, understand. Not I mean, it's not easily, but it's like it's a different kind of anger, I guess, at a parent who's dead and at a parent who is just like not in your life, but he's out there somewhere, you know? I mean, Luffy doesn't seem to care too much. But Luffy, you know, is one of a kind. Not really. I mean, yes, really, but like in that regard, I mean, some people just don't care. Like for Luffy, it's like, okay, my dad was never in my life. I don't care. Like he had other people, you know, he had Shanks, so he didn't need his dad. I mean, he had Shanks a few times a year, I guess, when he came by, but still, it meant a lot. And he had Garp and he had Ace, and I guess he didn't feel the loss, the lack of his dad. And as for Ace, like I wonder like what his anger is directed at, like the fact that his dad wasn't around, like the fact that his dad died, because we know that his dad died kind of by choice in a way, and if he knows that too, then yes, you can understand him being like, how could you do that? And then also his mom died trying to protect him, you know, because of his dad. I mean, because of the reputation of his dad and everything. So it's a lot to, it's definitely a lot to be born into. And I wonder, like, you know, how he was told these things. Like, I'm assuming Garp told him that Roger was his dad. Maybe. Or he found out somehow. But, like, everything that, you know, what happened with his mother and everything. And, like, on the one hand, you hear, like, you know, the most notorious person in the world pretty much is your dad. It's a lot to take in. And then he's, like, gone, and you're just, but the thing is that it's like he did, like, the fact that his dad was like the greatest kind of pirate or something didn't, you know, kind of make Ace not want to go out to sea. It's like the opposite. It's like he was like, I'm going to make sure that there's going to be like a new king, a new pirate king who I actually believe in or something, or actually, like, who's a real father to me. Like, he was kind of like he was, you know, he was replacing, you know, his dad with Whitebeard, to be, like, I mean, from, I guess, from the moment that he met him or that he started trusting him or something. But he wants to do it, like, also kind of literally, like kind of, like, replace him in every way possible. Like Roger. Like, he wants Whitebeard to take his place as the king and everything. Like, it feels like he doesn't want anything to do with Roger. I mean, he pretty much said so. But not even, like, he wants his memory maybe to disappear in some way. Like, not only for him, for himself, but for the world or something. Like, he really hates his dad so much. And I'm not sure if it's just because he died, you know? Or, like, I mean, that's enough, I guess. But, like, I wonder if there's more to it, because it feels like so much. Like, maybe it was, you know, like, your dad died, your mom died, and then you're just like, you know that. I'm guessing he knew that from a young age. I don't know. Or it came as a big surprise, and, like, all that time he thought he was actually Luffy's brother. I do wonder about that, though. Probably not, because, I mean, unless, like, I don't know where Luffy's mom fits into this story, you know? Like, did she also die, like, at birth, pretty much, or something? Like, was she there at all? Because in any case, when he was very young, when Luffy was very young, she wasn't there anymore. Like, he doesn't talk. I don't know. I don't know, but, like, so, like, if she wasn't there, well, I don't know, like, when Ace met Luffy or something. Like, how old was Ace when he was, okay, I mean, how much older is Ace from Luffy? And, like, I mean, as soon as Ace was born, he didn't have anyone. So Garp must have, you know, taken care of him. The question is, did he just take him, you know, to raise as his grandson? And then Luffy came along at some point. But then Ace would know that Luffy's not really his brother. I mean, he probably knew everything. And I mean, we had that flash of him, like, not really a flashback, more of a kind of flash of him thinking about the thing he said to Luffy, like, we have to go out to sea, we have to, you know, live without regrets, or die without regrets, he said, and be free. So he was feeling like very trapped or something for some reason. Maybe the legacy of his dad was like weighing on him. I don't know like how it how it was expressed, I guess. This like what kind of toll it took on his life, you know? Because if you like grow up just, you know, just like knowing that your dad was a big pirate and he died, but you have your own life, so I don't know if it would affect you that much. Like I don't know. I mean, it could. I'm just wondering, like I feel there's more to it. Like I feel there's like I'm not I don't know if I can say. Anyway, like basically, like I wonder if it's just like, oh, my dad died. Like being told, oh yeah, my dad was like Roger, and then he died, and now like and he left me alone, and like my mom left me alone, and I'm like super, I don't know, angry with him for that. Or is it more than that? Or is it like something, you know, people who treated him in a certain way, although I don't think anyone knew. It should have been a secret except for Garp. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I came to a very brilliant conclusion. Okay, maybe you heard some stories or something that made him really like at the same time that Luffy was like, Roger, oh my god, Ace was like, Roger, oh my god, you know, like something. Like I mean, okay, it's different if you know you're his son, but like something that made him like really despise his father. And again, it could be just him not being there. I mean, that's enough definitely to make you feel, you know, like abandoned, even if it's like supposedly not Roger's fault or anything. It's not clear. Like, yeah, like it's really interesting because I wasn't making like I wasn't doing the math. I don't know if I was supposed to do the math or something, like, you know, because I didn't remember like how old Ace was, just like he was older than Luffy by a few years, 3 or something, I don't know, 5, I don't know, 3. So, and Roger died like, I never do remember the years, 20 years ago, I don't know. No, it doesn't. Yeah, if Luffy's 16, right, or something, then Ace is like 19, but I guess it's like, anyway, it was supposed to be, how much did it say, 1 year and 3 months that she carried him, like 20, what? No, that doesn't make sense. 20 months they said? No, they said, I think 1 year and 3 months after Roger died. Then for 5 months, she was pregnant while Roger was still alive. I think, if I'm not mistaken, completely. And then he died, and then she carried him like for 15 more months. Like, so he's a year and 3 months after he died. So it would be like, nobody would think that he's the baby. Wow. That is insane. Poor Ace. I don't know. I don't know why he's like, I mean, like, I don't know if there's more to his relationship with his dad somehow. Like, or if it was just like especially like having those, I mean, I don't know. Like when I saw this again, like he seemed shocked. He seemed, but when his mom was mentioned. But maybe just because, you know, he didn't expect, I don't know, them to actually say her name or something, because he knew her name. He knew at least her surname. So it wasn't like a shock of like, oh my god, I didn't know this, you know? Yeah, he definitely seems to have known it. And, I mean, obviously, my whole talk was about him knowing it. Whatever. Like, having all of that revealed. I mean, it's like it's definitely like, you know, the world government, the Marines, whatever, wanting to kind of show the world that they did it. They found, you know, Roger's son, and now they're executing him. So that's it. That's gonna be the end of the line for sure. I mean, not that like nobody knew that there was. I mean, in the world, in the public, nobody really knew that there was a son to Roger, but now they, you know, reveal it and say like, okay, I mean, yes, this is the son of Roger, but we're killing him, so it's all fine. I mean, like, more than fine. Like, we found him. Like, we are making sure that, you know, there's no more, you know, continuation to Roger. It just makes me wonder if Ace was not a pirate, just doing his own thing, would they have also tried to, I don't know, find a way to get rid of him just because he's Roger's son? Kind of makes me feel like maybe they would have. So that's what they're trying to do. But for Ace, it's like he doesn't want any connection with Roger, and now they're kind of forcing it on him as he's dying, you know, as he's like he did, like he left Roger behind, and then, you know, like all his life it feels like, you know, so far he's just been trying to, like, you know, push him as far away as possible, and you know, having Whitebeard take his place, and now that he's like dying, like it's gonna be the last, I mean, as far as he knows, like it's gonna be, you know, the end, and he's kind of, and Roger's kind of forced on him, you know, like yes, you can escape, like you're, you know, who you are, you're your father's son, and that's how it's going to be, and that's how you're going to die, like, you know, and so it's really ironic considering that he was like talking about how he wanted to be free, and dying with no regrets, and then he's kind of, you know, it's kind of like they're not letting him die the way, I mean, I'm sure he doesn't want to die this way, but like even so, they're not even letting him die as, like, you know, Whitebeard's like son, or like, you know, his what was his 2nd Division commander or something. You know, he's dying as Roger's son, and that's and he seems to like despise the idea. So it's really heartbreaking. Luffy probably doesn't know that Ace, I don't know what Luffy knows. I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that Ace is, I mean, I'm certain that he doesn't know that Ace is Roger's son. As far as whether he knows if Ace is actually his brother or not, I don't know about that. It depends, I guess, on how long his mother was around and if she treated Ace like a son too. But I'm getting the sense that she probably wasn't around. Maybe she died too, at a very young age, or just left, or I don't know what. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Let's get into the next episode. They're killing him.
捕まって一安心ね。海賊王の子供なら残虐に決まってるもの。
とっ捕まえてオークションに出していたらどんだけ儲かったのかな。
Okay, dude.
いずれにせよ危険は終わりだ。もうすぐこの世から消えちまうんだからな。
No, he won't. I will not have it, and Luffy won't have it, which is more important. Connected to Roger? What about Rayleigh? He's not connected?
ルフィさんの兄だって言うから。
本当の兄弟じゃねえってことか。
They're brothers in every way that it matters.
海兵の俺にそれを言ってどうする。ロジャー。その母親、お前にゆかりのある女など。
A woman related to you. Oh, so they are so related to him how?
政府は必ずこの1年の俺の足跡を洗い出し、
Like biologically
彼女を
related?
つけて殺してしまう。生まれてくる子に罪はない。
They can.
ガープ。
Just watch them.
俺とお前は何十回と殺し合いをした仲だろう。俺はお前なら仲間ほどに信用で
That's
きる。
crazy.
勝手なことを言うな。いや、やってくれるさ。
He did it. But it's crazy to think that they were like, you know, rivals, enemies.
頼んだぜ。
ロジャーの海賊らしからぬ行動がここで目撃されています。
That's still the past.
父親のようだ。
ロジャーの時代は終わったんだ。
He was acting like a father.
疑
Dude,
わしき母親は殺せ。
what the hell? Oh, she has his freckles. I mean, he has her freckles. How do they know it's Ace? Like, how they came to the conclusion of like, oh yeah, she you know, kept the baby inside for 20 months. Like, did Garp tell them? Because Garp knew.
疑いが晴れれば戻してやる。
Like what, they're taking DNA? Like, I guess.
まだ
So maybe they checked Aces at some point?
まだまだまだ
Garp knew not to come all that time.
やめろ。オートガス・ディルージュだな。
How is she related to him?
彼と私の子エース
お前が育てろ、ダダン。
そんな
誰の子？
Poor Ace. He was just thrown around. We haven't seen yet exactly what's been happening to him. But it makes sense that Garp didn't want anything to do with them at first.
そいつらと一緒に暮らすんじゃ。仲良せ。
Okay, they met when they were kind of older.
ことに、俺もルフィも世界的大犯罪者の血を引いてんだ。俺はポートガスって体温あるおふくろのが
Yeah.
ろくでもね。
Why did he say
2年前から。
since both me and Luffy have the most notorious
スペード海賊団の船長として卓抜した力と速度でこの海を駆け上がっていった時、お前は次の海賊王に育て上げるべくかつてのライバルの息子を自分の船に乗せた。
to make Ace the
俺が親父を海賊王にするためにあの船に乗ったんだ。
そう思っているのはお前だけだ。次世代の頂点に立つ資質を発揮し始める。
But he didn't want
だから
to.
こそ今日ここでお前の首を取ることには大きな意味
But
があ
I
る。
guess, yeah, I guess Whitebeard was
たとえ
grooming
白
him
ひげとの全面戦争になろうともだ。
in the good sense of the word, sort of.
正義の門が誰の指示もなく開いています。動力室とは連絡もつかず。なんだと。
What's happening? What's happening? Who's doing this?
ああ、コンコンとノック。ってそんな礼儀正しい相手かね。
Not even. But who did this? What is happening right now? So you just thought it. You just thought it and it happened.
私にはわかる。なぜなら私の肩甲骨が喜びのあまりランバダを踊っているからだ。まさかあんたが。あんた実は神の使いでは。マジかバギー。一体誰が開けたんだ。いや、やはり天は俺を海賊王にして。
That has to be it. That has to be it. It's all about you. Who's doing it? What? What? Who? Oh, Whitebeard? Maybe Whitebeard did it for himself. Somehow.
一体どこから。
Where'd they get in? They got in through the gates, I think. Unless they didn't. I don't know. They have really interesting ships.
海賊船の大艦隊だ。総勢43隻。
Okay. That's what I was waiting to hear.
見えるか言ったぞエース
Aww.
お前らまで攻撃しますか。まだまで。
And of course they came for you. I mean, especially now that we know that he wanted you to be the king eventually.
早く来い白いひげ
Were they the ones who opened the gate? I don't know anymore. Somehow, I don't know how they did that either. Did they have someone on the inside? Are we actually gonna see him? I mean, we saw him before with Shanks, but to see him in active mode, I guess.
あいつら前線
Yeah, under.
無線で海底を進んでいたのか
Yeah, but what opened the gate then? I don't know.
モビーディック号が来た。
It's his? Yeah, I think I heard that name before. I mean, in this context. Hey! Poor dude. I mean, he like honestly didn't think that Whitebeard would come for him. Really? Or he hoped that he wouldn't or something. And then, you know, and then nothing happened for a really long time, so maybe he was like, okay, whatever. He's not gonna, like, I mean, like maybe he thought he might, but then it didn't happen, so he was like, okay, so it won't. Like he was trying to kind of delude himself into thinking that he won't, because he felt really guilty about it and didn't want him to. Okay, it's interesting to learn that, you know, Whitebeard wanted Ace to become the king eventually. I mean, Whitebeard does seem to be old, you know. I mean, they talk about, I mean, we heard like people in, I think, last episode talk about how he was like from Roger's era and like he's senile or whatever. I mean, he's not really. I believe that he has still a lot of time, maybe, to be alive, but still, like, well, I guess you could become a king at an age like that. But Ace, like being Roger's son, it makes sense that, like, I guess it makes like total sense that people won't want him to continue in his father's footsteps, I guess, even though he doesn't want to. Like, I mean, I guess it wasn't going to be just kind of, hopefully, like, just kind of,
The island is protected by 50
like, dropped on him. Like, he was going to be, maybe Whitebeard's plan was, like, to make him, slowly get him to kind of digest the idea, eventually.
お前が母親の名を名乗りスペード海賊団の船長として卓抜した
What was his name
力
before
の
that?
底でこの海を駆け上がっていった時
Goldie Roger. I'm sorry. I mean Goldie Roger. I mean Goldie Ace. But I don't know if he actually went by that name. It doesn't make sense because he was supposed to hide. Okay, just because he like gained like because he had like some like impressive skills and he gained like and he was really young, I guess, and he like rose up in the ranks so fast or something. They just put two together and were like, oh yes, his mother must have carried him for 20 months. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, in this world, sure, it can make sense because it did happen. But I just don't know how you can jump to that conclusion based on nothing. Like, I mean, Luffy's also rising in the ranks and making a name for himself, and you don't think he's Roger's son because they already have Ace, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so somehow the Marines or the government or whatever and Whitebeard realized at the same time, more or less, that Ace was special. I mean, okay, special is one thing, but like Roger's son, okay, I don't know based on what, but sure. I mean, he's talented and stuff, but I'm assuming there are more talented people around, like who made a name for themselves or something. And so now, yeah, like I said, like Whitebeard coming like waging this huge war to save someone he sees as a son is like, it makes sense for sure, but someone he intends to, like, you know, crown as the king and like to take over everything, like he's kind of basically was preparing to take over, I guess, the world, or not the world, the sea, I don't know, to be the pirate king, then yes, like he can't just, I mean, of course he will come for him like that. I mean, the thing is that what I'm trying to say is that, you know, Ace clearly said that he sees Whitebeard as his son, as his dad, but Whitebeard, like, we don't know how he really sees Ace. I mean, he sounds like a distant person, and I'm assuming that he cares about Ace, you know, personally. But there's also like the aspect of like, this guy is special. I, you know, he's going to rule the sea one day. I need to like make sure that happens, you know, and not let him die, or, you know, have anyone else put their hands on him and stuff. According to what Sengoku said, they all knew it. Like he said, Ace, like when Ace said, no, I was trying to get, you know, Whitebeard to become, you know, the Pirate King. And then Sengoku said, you're the only one who thought that. I think that's what he said. So everyone else realized, I mean, I don't know who everyone includes, but like people realized that was not was gonna happen, and they just kept it from Ace because they knew that he didn't want to become the Pirate King, I guess. So it's kind of a betrayal in some way, like maybe not outright, but like maybe not a betrayal exactly, but like, you know, like you thought one thing, and then, you know, the person that you trusted the most and you like that he admired the most actually thought something else, like was actually planning something else. Like in a way you could see it as like him trying to, you know, manipulate Ace or something. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know Whitebeard that well, so I can tell you for sure, but it does sound from, you know, Jinbei's accounts and from Ace, the way he talked about Whitebeard, that he's not the kind of person who would do that just, you know, just for the purpose of manipulating him or something. Like, I don't even know. Like, he wants Ace to rule because it makes sense, because he's strong and he sees the potential in him. That's not, you know, a bad thing. But if Ace doesn't want it, and then he kind of, you know, plans it anyway, and maybe thinks that he, you know, he will make Ace like kind of grow into the deity or something. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what, you know, what Whitebeard was thinking. Just that, I mean, you know, cause I mean, as soon as Whitebeard realized that Ace is Roger's son, he realized that, you know, Ace was in danger too. So in a lot of ways, he was just protecting him. Like he was just, I mean, that's what Sengoku said, but like basically he was just, like, he just took him under his wing so he could, you know, look after him and make sure that he wouldn't be caught and die, I guess, before he was like, I guess, strong enough to, you know, face anyone on his own or something. So there's definitely, like, I do believe that Whitebeard, you know, had good intentions for the most part, and I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing to say, like, as a father, I mean, you care about your son, you want them to succeed in life, you know, or like really live up to their potential and stuff. So it doesn't feel like it's a bad thing per se. It's just that it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't really take Ace's feelings about this into account. Like, it might be even a little dismissive of his feelings, like, oh, you know, you'll get over it, like, or you'll realize that, you know, you're the best one for the job or something, like, or you have like this duty maybe to continue your dad. So, you know, something like that. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot of shock for Ace, I think, to have to deal with in this moment, especially when, you know, things are not going his way in any way. Like, first with the Roger thing, like being forced to be acknowledged as Roger's son, and then realizing that, oh shit, Whitebeard all this time was trying to get me to be the king, like to continue my father's footsteps that I didn't want to do, and I didn't want anything to do with him. Like, that is a lot. Even if the intentions of Whitebeard are not necessarily bad, you know? And of course, bad is relative, so whatever. It depends on which side you're on, I guess. Poor Ace. It's too much to deal with in one day, okay? And, you know, just like he didn't have like peaceful at any peaceful time in the last, I don't know how long, you know, like ever since, like before that he was in prison, but okay, he, like from his conversation with Garp, he sounded more like he was kind of like he wanted to die, you know, because he was like really anxious about it though. He didn't want Whitebeard to come for him and stuff, so he was like, okay, just kill me and stuff, but he was kind of prepared to finish it, and then, you know, and then he had to worry about Luffy, and then he had to worry, like, and now all of this and everything that's happening, it's a lot. Like, he hasn't had a moment of peace, of just, like, maybe, like, just, you know, like, kind of how Roger was, but obviously the circumstances were different, because Roger allowed himself to be caught, so he seemed to just be, you know, I mean, this is kind of what he brought upon himself. So he was just chilling in his cell kind of beforehand, and he was really prepared for the whole thing. And Ace is definitely not in that state of mind. He has a lot to deal with. And you know, a lot to take in and nothing that he can do about any of it. Yeah, okay, a few things. So Luffy knows that Ace is not his brother, like, biologically. Because at some point he was brought to live with Ace, with Dun Dun, whoever that was. Okay. We haven't heard their name, have we? I don't know. Who is it? I don't know. And from that little, like, glimpse we caught of Ace's face at the time, he wasn't very happy. Like, he seemed kind of hostile, but it makes sense that he would be very on guard, I guess, at first, and we know that later on they became really tight, so I do wonder, like, how that happened, I guess. Like, if there was any, like, incident that made them, I don't know, befriend each other or something. And another thing that I was wondering about, when he talked to Garp, he said, at least according to the subtitles, he said, since me and Luffy have the blood of a criminal running through our veins, something like that, the world's worst criminal. So at the time, I thought it, you know, it sounds like it's the same person. That's the thing. Could be that he just means, like, I have Roger's blood, he has Dragon's blood, but they're both like criminals, like really big criminals or something. So, like, maybe that's what he meant when he said that. And it was made to sound like, oh, it's the same person. Unless Dragon and Garp are connected to Roger. I don't think so. I don't know. Like, I mean, Roger said that Rouge was related to Garp, but not closely, it seems like. I don't know. It doesn't matter. In any case, even if they are very distantly related, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I was just, like, wondering if Luffy somehow is related to Roger. But even if he is, it's very, like, you know, indirectly, so it doesn't matter. Very interesting reveals, and I just feel for Ace so much. Like, every episode just makes you feel worse for him. Like you already felt really bad for him just seeing him in the cell begging to be killed, basically, and then it just gets worse with every, like, with every new kind of thing that's added to his like burden, I guess. And he just seems like so like, you know, if you want to like, you know, like thinking about, for instance, like Luffy's execution where he reminded Smoker of like Roger because he smiled and was like, okay, I'm gonna die. Like Ace is completely not at that. Like he's so knotted up about things, like everything, like he just seems like so burdened and he can't let it go. Like he's definitely not kind of like he's accepting it, but in like a depressed kind of way, you know, like he's like kind of like, okay, if I'm going to die, then I hope that I'm not going to like hurt, like that others aren't going to get involved and get like hurt or whatever because of me, you know. He has a lot to worry about, and it just like it's definitely not the Roger vibe, which I'm sure he doesn't want to have, so it's fine. Like, but not the Luffy vibe either. Good thing he's not gonna die, I hope. Truly. Okay. So then he won't let, like, you know, because he was talking about how he didn't want to die with regrets, but he just feels like he's, you know, like infested with regrets at the moment. So with things that didn't go right or that he didn't want to happen this way or something, and worries and stuff. So yeah, like if he doesn't die, at least he will have time to sort those out, hopefully. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Wedding Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Tyranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, and Marsh. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.